goodness our next guest is like family because we've peeled back the curtain and he has seen it all. From hilarious improv shows in his backyard in Staten Island to the big screen, our next guest is a familiar face in the world of comedy.
I didn't realize there was so much water on the... Whoops.
He went down like a dead body.
That's unfortunate. We're gonna need another table. I'm a manager.
People are in disbelief.
And this place is dead quiet.
You're not done yet. That's just one.
I'm the manager, yeah, just checking to make sure it's sturdy.
You okay, Yippee?
That's solid.
You are unwell.
I'm dying. He was part of the quartet who called themselves the Tenderloins.
Yes.
But then they became the Impractical Jokers.
Yeah.
They challenged each other to do some ridiculous, outrageous public acts. And then, you know, they had that hit TV show on True TV, Impractical Jokers.
Tiny little show. I'm sure no
Oh
one's
my
heard
God,
of it.
which is on every, well, I'm laughing because I've seen this episode. It's on every single, my boyfriend leaves it on for the dog when we go leave for the day. So I come home and Luigi's watching Impractical Jokers.
Although he left the production after 9 seasons, comedy never left him. Joe Gatto continued his passion to make people laugh all across the U.S., performing stand-up for the last year and a half.
He also just added a new show to his Night of Comedy tour at the Beacon Theater coming next year in January. The acclaimed comedian, podcast host, producer, New York's very own Joe Gatto joining us this morning.
We're here. We did it. We did it. Excellent, guys. Thank you for having me. It's awesome. I really appreciate everything that's going on in this room. It's fantastic.
We couldn't even get this poor man
It's all smoke and mirrors.
water. You know what? It's Thursday.
I'm keeping this stuff.
You know what? You've earned it. You've earned it. This one came in yelling about our bunions.
Oh, my bunions.
I couldn't find any lipstick.
I had rollers in my hair. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for still being
This
here.
is so great.
How have you been?
I've been better than you two, which hasn't been hard, to be honest. No, I've been great. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah,
my gosh.
it's great. It's great. I'm excited to perform at the Beacon in New York City.
That's iconic.
Yeah, I know.
That's
It's
a
the
big
one
deal.
I with the boys. I did the Madison Square Garden and I did Radio City, but I haven't done the Beacon.
I was at both of those.
Oh, are you?
Yes, I was. Maybe I'll have to go to the Beacon too, round it out.
Sure.
Make it a trifecta.
You don't want to miss that one. That's a trifecta.
Be his real star.
I love it.
Yeah.
So a lot of people know you, obviously, from the Impractical Jokers.
Yes.
We just showed that clip. Still do anything like that in real life?
I'm just walking around
I'm the
every
manager.
restaurant I go into. I just tell people I'm the manager.
Because you could get away
I
with
jump
it,
on them.
though,
Yeah.
because they recognize
No,
you.
but people all the time are like afraid when they see me. I
They're
was
like,
not
oh,
too
shoot,
long ago.
put your
I was-
helmet on.
Yeah, I was in Target. And I said to a woman, I said, excuse me, do you know a woman who worked there? I'm like, excuse me, you know where the paper towels are? And she goes, oh, no, Joe, you're not getting me. And she started running away from me. I'm like, lady, I just need paper towels. And I was chasing her throughout the thing. She's like, no, yelling at me.
You go home, your wife's like, where are the paper towels? You're like, I tried.
Hon, I gave it my best shot. I tried. I couldn't do it.
They were on sale and you still couldn't get
People
them.
always are afraid of me a little bit, but it's fun. It's fun.
Were you always like this? Because I feel like...
That sounded judgy.
Were you born like this?
We were born, sadly, we were born like that.
Yeah.
Because everything that you do just seems so natural and so organic. And not a lot of people in comedy act with their entire bodies.
No.
Yeah.
And that is an art form.
Yeah, physical comedy I always loved.
So was this always in you, in your DNA?
Yeah, I think I don't really get embarrassed very easily.
Shocking.
So I know that was the show played really to my strength that way.
Yeah.
But also I love to make people laugh at my own expense. So I think just throwing myself around, and my body's very easy to make fun of. So it was really easy. You know, when you have a nose and belly like this, I mean the rest falls into place. Yeah. So.
Stop it right now. Did you try these things out on your family when you were a kid?
No, I was kind of quiet as a kid. I didn't really come out of my shell till high school. Really? Yeah, I was a little quiet as a kid, but it's been nonstop ever since. I mean, it just goes. I love annoying my sister, though. My middle sister Carla, like I really like the poor woman. For many years, she's been put in love with it. So.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I cannot.
Can you, I mean, for those that don't know, can you just quickly take us through the origin story? Because I think it's also so funny, the show. I mean, you guys are all individually so hysterical.
Yeah.
Thank you. Funniest guys I know.
Yeah, I can agree to that. But you know, we mentioned you had the Tenderloins, and you became the Impractical Jokers. Can you kind of go through the meet cute? How did you guys all come to be?
Well, I was shopping for produce, and a bag of apples dropped, and I went to pick them up, and I locked eyes with Sal. And he was like, "You are Dreamboat." No, we met in high school actually. My senior Farrell High School in Staten Island.
Shout out
14
to
years
Senior
old.
Farrell.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah. I know them since I know them over almost 35 years at this point.
Wow.
So we met in high school, and then we started. Thank you so much. Pardon me. I don't know how well I know you guys, but I just want to take this water and toss it and take a sip of the empty cup. But he worked so hard on that. I have to enjoy it.
Take a sip of your agüita. It's fresh from the East
That's
River.
great.
It's great, right? You like that
tastes-
one?
That
good.
wakes you up. It's got some bite. Yeah, so we met in high school, and then we started improv, and I graduated into sketch comedy when the internet got big, like MySpace. Like,
Sure.
I'm MySpace old. And then YouTube
So
started and all that, and the next thing you know, we did a couple failed TV pilots that didn't go anywhere.
I
and
can't
eventually
believe
hit
it.
Jokers, and
Yeah.
that was a 10-year run for me. So.
Let this be proof that you're going to get a lot of no's before you get the most perfect yes.
That's right.
Oh, that's very nice. That's very inspirational.
I can't imagine the world without the Jokers.
I can't, and it spans generations. I'm 49, and even my 14-year-old son is like, oh my God,
We get that
love
all the
them.
time. People love that they watch together as a family and
Yeah.
stuff. And I grew up watching TV with my dad, and that was always really cool. Like I watched Tim Allen's Home Improvement.
Oh my God,
And
yeah.
it was also my first stand-up special that I saw that my father showed me when I was younger. So it was like really cool to be that for families. And when you meet the people like at the meet and greets after the
Yeah.
show and whatnot, it's just great to be that for people.
And speaking of stand-up, so you're playing the Beacon.
Yes, I am.
How is it? I have to imagine it's different than working in an ensemble
Yeah, for sure.
and having someone speaking to you in your ear, asking you to crash into
Right.
diners.
Thank goodness there's no tables. I won't be breaking tables at the Beacon.
That's right,
But
that's
the difference really was I performed live with the guys. We did our own stage show, but it's the first time the biggest transition for me wasn't performing live, it was being by myself on
Right,
stage.
yeah.
right.
So you're 100% responsible for the funny. If the show's terrible or good, it's your fault either way.
That's right.
So
pressure.
that was a little pressure, yeah. So, and to talk for like 65 minutes straight by yourself is kind of tough. So that was the biggest transition, but I love it now, and I'm proud of this product I put out there. Joe Gatto's Night of Comedy is really fun.
Yeah.
People come out and have a great time, so I love it.
That's good.
This is gonna. I already know it's gonna be good. I have no idea what you're gonna talk about, but I know it's gonna land and
yeah.
hit.
Do you practice? Have you practiced your set on anyone? Like, do you go to small little venues that no one's ever heard of, like
Clubs
in
in
Bayonne
America.
or something?
No, my
and you're-
first show was in Appleton, Wisconsin.
Stop it.
Yeah, I did Appleton, Wisconsin, which is the whitest city ever. You'd fit in great. And they had...
She is an Honorican, I'll have you know.
Yeah, no, it was like I jumped into a bowl of milk and I was talking to marshmallows. That's how white this crowd was. So I started there, and then I quickly graduated to theaters because there was enough, my show,
enough people wanna
wanted
see
to come
you.
around,
Yeah.
and the show became what it became, and I jumped up. And when I was on a theater stage, it was a little bit more comfortable for me because I'm, like we said, I'm physical, so I needed that room to like move around. The comedy stages are like
Teeny
smaller.
tiny, right?
Yeah, and I take up a lot of square footage, so we had to, so
Stop
I
it
went
right
around at that. Yeah, but it's and my show I talk about everything. I talk about my friendship with the guys. I talk about growing up with a crazy Italian mother in Staten Island. I talk about my rescue dogs
my
because
God,
they're
the
alive.
dogs.
That's right.
My dogs.
Speaking
they're all
of.
stuff.
Yes, aside from being a hysterical human being that tours, the country, hopefully the world, doing comedy, you have kids, you got dogs,
Yeah.
you got a wife, you created the nonprofit.
Yep.
Look at this. look at
Gatto
this.
Pups.
Yeah,
What is
Gatto.
happening
And
here?
Friends, a rescue and sanctuary in Long Island.
Oh.
Tell us everything.
Yeah, yeah. Gatto Pups and Friends is we started it a year ago, and we've been working with senior and unwanted dogs
God.
mostly, and they're all named after Italian desserts and pasta dishes because that's on brand for me.
Yes.
Do you have a cacio e pepe?
I did have cacio
A
and pepe.
lasagna?
Cacio and
You
pepe.
have
We
lasagna.
had
Are you kidding me?
lasagna.
I hope you had sfogliatelle.
Sfogliatelle, we couldn't fit on the tag. We didn't do sfogliatelle. We couldn't do sfogliatelle. We had lobster tail though. We had lobster tail from it, but I'll
the
lose. Passed on. Yeah. Sfogliatelle couldn't make it. But we have a brother and sister fettuccine Alfredo.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, they're great.
Tell us about the fundraiser.
Yeah, so we are doing our first fundraiser in Long Island at the Paramount Theater. It's our party, a holiday party on
shoot,
December
day party.
13th.
My goodness.
Which will be a fun night there, and I love the guys over there. It's a great venue. So we're going to be doing a party over there, and then we have our center out on Glen Head, Long Island, where we have our pups and help them find homes. We just adopted out our 56th dog this
my
past weekend.
God.
Cinnamon Roll found a home.
Here, here, Cinnamon Roll.
Yeah, Cinnamon Roll found a home.
Wow.
Joe.
Two of my favorite things, comedy and dogs.
There you go, right?
And
Mine
this,
too.
and
on.
this fella.
And this
Thank
guy
you
right
so
here.
much.
Thank
This
you.
was a fantastic way to start our Thursday.
Come
I
back
tell you.
whenever.
Yes.
Bring Shfulia. Oh wait, bring lobster tail.
I'll bring a dog next
Bring
time I
a
come.
dog.
You
We're
got
free.
it.
And break a leg.
Thank you so much.
At the Beacon.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Don't forget to grab your tickets. The comedy show at the Beacon is in January. As we say, run, don't walk
Run.
to
don't
see this show.
walk.